so I can monitor the audio, make sure my volume is high enough. I didn't get to my breakfast. That's what all of this is, my breakfast. Just got behind a little bit. While that song is getting ready to come to an end, you have to leave at a certain time. You let me know.
All right.
Okay, so there I am though. See, I'm live, so I'm just gonna unmute it. Ready to come to okay, just have to make sure I had some audio. So now I know that I'm live. Let me get back centered again. Hi, everybody. Come and poke your head in, Troy. This is Troy. He just joined our team. He's learning how I do what I do. Yes, yes, yes. God bless you. You're still tapped into the right place at the right time. GODRadio1.com. You are just listening to Deontay Duckett and the Justified Crew featuring the powerful voice of Vanessa Grundy. We almost had Vanessa with us with the Trilogy Group, but they are actually not going to be able to make it to the fair this year. But however, Deontay Duckett will be there along with a powerful lineup of artists. You don't want to miss it this Saturday. It kicks off at 11 a.m. on the Paddock stage. That is June 27th. You've got Cedric Brown, Under Grace. You've got Britt Spalding as well. You've got B. Terrell and B2IP. You've also got David Dredden and Undefeated. And again, Deontay Duckett and the Justified Crew. After that stage closes down, we will head over to the grandstand stage and we will welcome back Jacqueline Carr as well as Darnell Davis and the Remnant. So you do not want to miss it. Just before, let me see who you're listening to. Yes, Deontay Duckett, you're listening to B. Terrell and V2IP with Glory to the Newborn King. They actually have a live recording coming up in Los Angeles. I wish I was going to be able to be there. It's coming up right at the end of July, I think beginning part of August. That's right around the time of my family reunion, so I'm not going to make that. You also heard Cedric Brown and Company with Rejoice, David Dredden and Undefeated with My Faith is in You, and again, Under Grace with Trust in You. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I will be right back after this. Keep it locked to the right place at the right time, GODRadio1.com. And so the only thing the playlist will not delete is any liners. Those I've already played. So I'm going to go ahead and just individually delete them like that. So they're off my playlist and I can still see where I'm at. All right. So my next block, I'll actually be playing artists that are part of this concert. So I've already had them lined up here. The only thing I want to continue with, because she is a spoken word poet, this artist right here. This is her paired up with a Christian artist by the name of Dante. So have you ever heard of a crew called Hog Mob?
Hog Mob? No.
I want you to Google Hog Mob. Okay. I want you to look at some of their videos on YouTube. Look them up on social media as well. So you will actually see the guy who was one of the founders of that organization. It's a Christian organization, but they do street ministry. They do prison ministry, street ministry to prostitutes, gangbangers, drug slangers, you name it. But they also have a documentary that's about to come out on their ministry as well. It's powerful, powerful. So you're going to get introduced to a whole lot of artists that are doing this for the kingdom. But that is definitely one of them. So my Christian hip hop block is going to actually follow him because he's a Christian hip hop artist. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more artists to that. You all will hear me talking to Troy off camera. I'm explaining to him, different things, how we do it on GODRadio1.com. So I do have a few artists. I like to mix it up and have female and women. So this is one of my female collabs right here. That's 3 different female Christian hip hop artists. I like all of them. So I always try to pad them between 2 guys. I'm just explaining to Troy how I do's it. And let's see, we'll get New Game in there as well. And then I do also have some Christian hip hop radio drops. I have one from a DJ called DJ Promote. Let me see where DJ Promote. This ain't even in alphabetical order anymore. Who did that? There we go. No, it still ain't in alphabetical order, huh, Troy?
Doesn't look like it. No.
Okay, there we go. Now, somebody took it out of alphabetical order. So I have two DJs, DJ Aslan, and then I also have DJ Promote. So we'll put him in between two. So I was telling Troy I like to do 3 songs, then a liner, and then another song. So we got our three. 1, 2, 3, liner, bam. All right. All righty. Now, Troy, tell him who your dad is.
Well, my dad is Troy Garrison Sr. Been a DJ for, I would say, about like 30 plus years now. I remember the story how he always told me the first time he started was DJing at a nightclub. His uncle called the, I can't even remember now. But he started with DJing. His uncle's, oh, thank you. So this is a mic I'm not really.
That's all right. We're gonna share it.
Okay.
When you're talking, you hold it, and then when I'm talking, I'll hold it.
All right.
Go ahead.
But anywho, he DJed my uncle's nightclub, and apparently he did better than the DJ my uncle had beforehand.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So what was the name of the nightclub?
I sadly can't remember. I remember he used to tell me the story a lot of times. But if you ever run into him, definitely ask him. He'll tell you the story better than I can.
Okay.
I just remembered, like, after his first night, his uncle just hired him on the spot. My dad just became the go-to DJ.
Okay.
And he'd tell me that whenever my dad would DJ, the nightclub would be packed every night. And I think I was mind blown to hear that
Right.
him by himself
Right.
could make a whole nightclub just packed.
Wow. That's awesome right there. That's awesome. Yep. So what else did you do? Tell people what else you did.
Other things that I've done, I did a podcast during quarantine with some family. It was called the Gamer Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
It was a podcast where I would just talk about games. I would do other stuff. I'd talk about sports because I was a huge sports person.
Mm-hmm.
And I had fun with it for a bit. It was like a project in the beginning where I only did it with like my cousin, maybe some friends from high school, because I told them like, hey, there was this project idea that I'm trying to do. And I would ask them like if they would come by on a Saturday or something. We just sit down, we do a podcast.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to check my microphone audio just a minute, just to make sure I have some audio myself. Testing mic check. Okay, I got audio myself. Let's test your mic, Troy.
Testing.
Yep, you there too. Okay, we both good. All righty. So you all are just hearing from Troy, and he actually just joined the Mandate Records crew. He's going to be at the San Diego County Fair with us on tomorrow. And I don't know exactly what area he's going to be working in, but you're going to see it. Anyway, we've got some great T-shirts also that we have ordered. And y'all are going to love the T-shirts. I want to encourage you. Make sure you set aside about $25. Come on over to the sales table and get your commemorative Gospel on Demand, GOD Radio. Well, they ain't going to say GOD Radio. It's actually just going to say San Diego County Fair. But you all know who produced the shirt. So anyway, the commemorative shirt is going to be celebrating 20 years. It also celebrates the ambiance of what you can expect at a fairground. So you're going to see a person with their hands raised in the air. You're going to see a Ferris wheel. You're going to see some music notes and all of that. And you're going to see some other things that are associated with San Diego County Fair, at least our San Diego County Fair. But what you're also going to love is the colors. So this particular shirt is not just a 2-color shirt. It's got multiple colors. And I think that's what you're going to love about it as well, because you can wear it with anything. You can pick out any of the colors to highlight with accessories. So make sure you save your $25. Come on over to the sales table at the paddock stage and pick up your commemorative T-shirt. You could buy more than one as well. We're also going to be promoting Bayside Gospel Concert aboard the USS Midway. We will have tickets for sale for Bayside as well. So you can buy your tickets for the flight deck. I think you all know it's at least 2 weeks right after the San Diego County Fair. We're going to be on the flight deck. So we want you all to join us for that. And let me get ready to get into this next song right here. Let me take off my little auto mix so I can just bring her right on in. You were just listening to Sonia Griffin. Now we're going to get into Alexis Spite with an oldie but goodie she released years ago when she first came out. She was actually a contestant on one of the singing shows on, I think it was NBC. It was a song called Sunday Best. I think, was that NBC, y'all? I can't remember what network that was. I can't remember. But anyway, she did not win the competition, but she did extremely well during the time that the competition was going. So I'm really happy that she did not stop her artistry. She continued to perform. She continued to put out records. Even if you are not the big winner for those types of shows, a lot of times people want to get a record contract. They want to get signed to a big record label, and that doesn't always happen, right? So she didn't get a big record contract, but she did end up having an opportunity to release more music. So she's going to be one of our special guests on the flight deck this year. We're so excited to welcome her into the city of San Diego. It will be her first time joining us in concert. So y'all want to lock your tickets in by going to eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com, Bayside Gospel Concert aboard the USS Midway. Hey! Oh, I got a special visitor, y'all. I got a visitor here, a walking, living, breathing testimony. Oh my God. Give me a moment. Hello. We've been praying for you. Praying for you. Huh? Say it again. Oh, I didn't hit his chest. Did I? I'm sorry. We've been praying for you.
I know it.
Amen. Amen.
I feel it because God is good.
Amen. He is.
But it's not over.
I know. I can't wait to hear your message. I know you got a message. Did he meet Troy?
I'm not who was you yesterday?
I'm Troy Garrison. I'm an intern here.
Okay, so you can insert by the right people.
We got special visitors.
I'm trying to figure, so your partnership with them will take you to this place.
Pastor Richardson stopped by, y'all. Bless you. Thank you. Yes, he is a walking, living, breathing testimony. When y'all have an opportunity to go and hear him speak, y'all will hear him give the testimony. God is a healer. God is a deliverer. Yes, he is. So I thank God for his life, and we've been lifting him up in prayer, and so many others that are going through some really hard times right now. We've just been praying for them because we know that God answers prayer. He does, he does, he does. I want to encourage you all with that in the name of Jesus. We're going to continue to celebrate great gospel music because coming up after this, we'll be talking about Bayside Gospel Concert aboard the USS Midway. Let me go ahead and hold the flyer up. Those are some of the artists that you can expect to see. And we want you to lock your tickets in by going to eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Join us on the flight deck. If you've never had the experience of being on a USS aircraft carrier, there's nothing like it. As we've always said, you are able to climb into the airplanes. You're able to imagine if you were a pilot flying those very airplanes in the military. You can take pictures. You can do video. The airplanes are still on the flight deck, and we basically transform the flight deck into a concert setting. It's a lot of fun. And then it's really cool to watch the sun go down as well when it is about to set. So let me get into this next one right here. Yep. Trying to give her song a chance to come to an end. So this artist right here that we're spinning, her name is Lakia Stokes. She's also going to be joining us for the very first time on the flight deck as well. We've been spinning Lakia for quite some time. She's a big fan of the radio station. She tunes into the radio shows all the time. She gets in the chat with a lot of the shows as well. And we're so happy to be able to support her because she also, I believe she signed a particular deal with MC Light. So it's really cool to know that she's got a veteran like MC Light that's backing her up as well. So we also want you all to make plans. As you can tell, I just touched my hand and realized that something very important is missing off of my hand. Can you all guess what it is? What is it, Troy?
I have no idea.
He has no idea what's missing off my hand. And this always happens when I wash my hair. I washed my hair this morning because I wanted to be ready for the fair. What is that, Troy?
Looks like a ring.
A ring. Bam! I take my ring off because what happens is when I'm washing my hair, I have eczema that breaks out. So the ring when it's on my finger and it's got soap and shampoo and conditioner and all of that underneath the band, it gets trapped between my skin and the band of the ring, and then it causes that flaking and that itchiness, and it's really horrible. I can't stand it. So I take my ring off, get the washing of the hair and all of that done, and then after I dry it, I have to let my skin dry out, put some medicine on it, and then I slip my ring back on. I was rushing out the door this morning, forgot to slip it back on, but bam, there it is. Yes, yes, yes. Thanking God, thanking God. I want to send a shout out to my prayer team as well, Elder Wilson and Dr. Tommy and the Walker family and the Cooper family, so many other families that we touch and agree every morning on a prayer call. And one of the things that our elder said to us is she said, some people are sitting around waiting for salvation to go on sale. I thought that was funny. I said, Elder. And she said, you got to pay the full price. It ain't going to ever go on sale. And I had to agree with her on that. I did. I said, that's all right there. But we always have a great time being able to read God's word, encourage one another spiritually. We prayed for those in Venezuela because I think a lot of you know about the dual earthquakes. I was not familiar that it was two earthquakes that happened side by side. I didn't know that. One happened at, I think, 6:04 and the other one happened at 6:05. Have you ever heard of that before?
I have never heard of that.
No. So the devastation in Venezuela right now is horrible. Now, what I saw on the news, I saw them with a some type of a tool that they were trying to talk to some people that were buried under the concrete. So they could not get to them, but they had some kind of I don't know what that was. They were able to get it in there between the concrete, and they were able to communicate with some people that were still alive. I don't know what it's like to be an emergency, personnel when they have to come upon scenes like that and try to pry open concrete and pull people's bodies out and stuff and pull out survivors. But what we were actually praying for were the survivors, those that are still alive, because you can only imagine there's no oxygen. There's no way to eat food, drink water. We were just praying that God would preserve them until the rescuers can get to them and pull them out. So I would pray and ask you all to continue to pray as well for the Venezuelans, as well as there was an earthquake that happened somewhere else as well. That wasn't the only one. There was another big one that happened somewhere else. I'm blocking on the area that it happened in, but we want to continue to lift them up in prayer. So who we're listening to right now is a spoken word artist by the name of Diamond. And she's actually going to be one of the special guests on the flight deck. And you're also going to hear Dante. He's a Christian hip hop artist that actually heads up a ministry called Hog Mob Ministries. It stands for Hooked on God Ministry Over Business. That's the acronym. And they have a documentary that's about to come out. So they've been advertising it very well on social media. If you guys follow them on social media, you'll see them doing interviews about the documentary. Now, one thing I said to Dante, I said, Dante, I see you all producing films. If you ever have an opportunity to see their ministry in person and you actually hear how they dialogue and they talk and they interact with their audience, you will hear some real gritty testimonies, real gritty. And one thing I love about their ministry is it's straight up. There's no fluff. There's no fakeness, no nothing. You're talking about hood. That's what you're talking about. So it's hood reaching out to hood. And I've also watched them shoot videos. I was on location when they shot a video. But one of the things I love about the whole entire ministry, this is male and female. They don't play when it comes to Jesus Christ. They will let you straight up know. They ain't talking about nobody else but Jesus the Christ. And they would talk about their personal experiences with Jesus the Christ. Actually, what happened to them when they surrendered their lives to the Lord? What was the change and the difference that took place on the inside of them? Because something changed. If you are on the streets, and he talk about flipping birds and all of that, right? He talk about that, selling drugs and stuff. What could have caused him to walk away from a lifestyle of dealing drugs where he was making, I don't know how much money he was making. I just know it was a lot. What could cause you to walk away from a lifestyle that you think is so prosperous and so tight and so good? Unless you have an encounter with the Lord, you're going to continue to live that life. You're not going to walk away from it because you think it's too good. He talked about getting ready to be incarcerated, being able to, get ready to be incarcerated for a very long time. So he had to go before a judge. And the Lord worked that thing out in his favor. What was supposed to be a life sentence never happened. So he talks about it in the lyrics of his songs. He's also got some other artists, a part of their record label, that also talk about the lyrics in their song, the things that they've been delivered from, being shot, supposed to be dead, and survived what was supposed to be a near-death experience, but God preserved their life. When you have a divine encounter with the Lord like that, it will change your mind and it will make you look at life totally different. So each one of them has a powerful testimony in their songs. And then when you see them actually ministering in concert, you see them connecting with people that are coming from all different walks of life. You're talking about gangbangers from different sets. I've watched them actually throw a Christian hip hop concert that was packed to the rafters. There was no room. It was just standing room only. Them brothers had a baptismal pool. I said it. A portable baptismal pool outside the concert. So when people gave their life to Jesus Christ and they got saved, they was immediately asked, do you want to be baptized as well? And for the persons that said, yes, I want to be baptized, they took them right outside to the baptismal pool and they baptized them. It was a portable baptismal pool. That lets you know how serious they are about ministry. That's why I endorse what they do. Not everybody can get with all of the lyrics because, they use some terms in their lyrics that some people be like, well, wait a minute, why did they use that term? Trust me. They use those terms to minister to people in the streets that come from what they come from. So if you're going to fish, you got to put the right bait on the hook. If you don't put the right bait on the hook, you're not going to catch nothing. So sometimes the terminology you hear them using in their songs is bait on the hook. That's how they hook people in that come from that same lifestyle. So I know what I'm talking about. I do. Let me get ready to talk right here. Bam, there it is right there. Dante featuring Diamond with a song called I Do It. Now, Diamond is actually a spoken word recording artist. She's going to be on the flight deck with us for the USS Midday Bayside Gospel Concert 13th annual. We've also got Sonia Griffin on the lineup, Carolyn Traylor, Alexis Spite. We've also got Lakia Stokes. And then we've also got our granddaughter, Amari Michelle. She's going to be kicking it all off. And a lot of special women that are going to be recognized for their impactful work in the community. You can actually go to eventbrite.com and lock in your tickets for Bayside Gospel Concert aboard the USS Midday. Again, we are celebrating 13 years. That is something to actually be excited about. San Diego, California is the very first, y'all heard me say that, first city to have an annual gospel concert on the flight deck. There is no other city, no other state that has an annual gospel concert on the flight deck. We are the first. So we also learned that there are going to be some other cities and states that also have ships and ports and things like that. They want to do the exact same thing. And I say, why not? Why not? We have everything else on the flight deck. Why can't we have gospel music? So with the Saints of God, we always want to support every effort that actually gives spotlight to what God is doing and how good God is in our lives, but also gives spotlight to the recording artists who record music that sings about God or that raps about God or does spoken word about God. We want to celebrate our faith in God. That's what this is all about. But we also want to give the city of San Diego a positive music experience. When you go to so many other concerts and stuff and things get out of control, it's not always going to be the greatest of atmospheres to be in. But when you are in an atmosphere with artists that are singing God's praises and just stirring up the atmosphere in a good way that we know pleases our Creator, it shifts things. Everything around you will begin to shift in a good way. Now, I will tell you who's not happy about that, and that's the adversary. So some of you know who the adversary is, and you know why he's not happy about that. So he will always look for ways to try to shift the atmosphere in a negative way. We've definitely had our share of opposition. I can't lie about that. We've had people that have tried to come against our gospel events and cancel them. So why would you want to cancel something that's so positive unless you own the negative side, you see? But we also know that what we're investing in is something that God has put on our hearts as a mission. He's given us the ability to produce these concerts again and again and again. We're continually providing opportunities for San Diegans to come together, but also people outside of our county. We have people come down from Los Angeles, people come down from the Inland Empire. Those are two totally different counties, but they're coming down to San Diego to be a part of the events that we're producing. And we can only give God the glory for that. Mandate Records is now 31 years old. We celebrated our 30th year anniversary on last year, right? Now we are 31 years old, still giving God the glory that we have the opportunity to produce great gospel events and provide platforms for gospel artists to showcase on. You would not otherwise know about their ministries unless you had a place to go out and see them, right? You're not going to always be able to go to a club and see a gospel artist. You're not going to see that. You'll see some there, but they a lot of times are not singing about gospel content or Christian content. They're usually singing about something else. But how powerful is it for you to be able to go out and see a gospel artist in an atmosphere that you normally don't see them in and hear them singing or ministering about something positive that's good for your soul? What they're talking about is good for your soul. They're not encouraging you to go out and harm anybody. They're not encouraging you to go out and try to sleep with somebody that's not your wife or that's not your husband. They're not encouraging you to go out and rob and steal and kill and destroy. You see, they're encouraging you to give something to someone that you probably don't even have a relationship with. And that's your creator. That's what they're actually there to do. Stir you up and help you to give glory to the one who brought you into this world. I know you think it was your mama. It wasn't. She's not the one that brought you into this world. God just used her. God used her. But God is the one that brought you into this world. And this is where we always want to give the praise, honor, and glory to the Lord God Almighty. So again, you are invited to join us on the flight deck. That is July the 11th. July the 11th. Everything kicks off at 7:30 p.m. You can go to eventbrite.com and lock in your tickets there. And now that I'm listening to some Christian hip hop, I want to get into this next one right here. You see Troy, he's sitting to my right here, right? He's getting an introduction to some of these Christian hip hop artists and these gospel artists because Troy said, I don't really know any of these artists. I said, Troy, as long as you are involved with GODradio1.com, you're going to get a great introduction to some gospel artists and some Christian hip hop artists. So I got one of my cuts pulled up next, and this is actually a female trio, Anike, Portia Love, Childlike CC, but it also has a dude on the cut, Tori Deshawn. He got his little verse in there as well. And this song is called That's God, right here on GODradio1.com.
Have you heard the good news?
All right, Troy. Now you're going to get some Christian hip hop artists. See, you can mix that. You can mix that, Troy, can't you?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, y'all. So I usually get a text message from our videographer. Did you meet Sean Dabb yet?
I don't think I got the chance.
Okay. You're going to meet him at the fair. But he always waits for our Christian hip hop block. So I'll start getting a whole bunch of text messages. See, my phone is over there, y'all. But he'll start text messaging me all kinds of emojis to let me know that we finally got to the part of the show that he liked. I didn't play the voice and viewpoint. Get that in there. Actually, I'll leave that right there. Yeah, y'all. Oh, I need to make sure I'm still good over here, huh? Oh my goodness, somebody else done passed away. Seems like every time we open up our social media page, we're learning about somebody who just lost a loved one. Jesus. Got to make sure we still on there. There we go. Oh, look at Ramon Friel. How you doing, Ramon? I didn't even know you was in the chat, bro. Sorry about that. How you doing, Tammy Anderson? Didn't you have a birthday, Tammy? Didn't you have a birthday? Happy belated birthday, sis. I hope we're going to see you at the fair on tomorrow, Tammy. She said it was in San Francisco. Oh, the other earthquake. I got you. You're right. It was Northern California. That's right. Thank you for letting me know that, Tammy. Look at all these little new features on here. What is all of this? What's the 1 and the 3? What that mean? And 1 and 4. You seen that before?
I have not seen them before.
How they put numbers now in the comments? That's new. I never saw that before.
Me either.
See, Facebook just be changing stuff. Just be changing stuff. Ramon said, how are you feeling? Who is your guest? His name is Troy Garrison Jr. That's who my guest is. He's a DJ and he's a radio personality, Ramon. He actually talked already and introduced himself. So after I get off, you can go back, rewind back, where you see his face on camera and he's telling you who he is and what he does. And he's also telling you who his dad is as well. So he following his daddy footstep. There we go. So we playing a Christian hip hop block right now. Again, Anike, Portia Love, Childlike CC, and Tori Deshawn. Actually, I see I'm hot over here. This is in the red. Pull that back a little bit. And we're going to get into an oldie but goodie KJ52 with We Rock the Mic. Tammy said that will, what you say, that I will not ticket. I don't know what you're saying, Tammy. Say that again. Say that again. I think you were saying, yes, you got your ticket. Make sure you get your commemorative t-shirt as well. When you all get to the fair, come on over to the sales table. That will be on the west side of the paddock stage and get your commemorative t-shirt. $25, $25. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're really going to like the t-shirt. It's really colorful. It's vibrant. You're going to love it. Make sure you get one. I'm going to get one, but I'm not going to have it on. I'm going to wear it a different day because you're going to see most of the people that are working the stage and stuff like that. We're all going to have on GOD Radio t-shirt. You need a GOD Radio t-shirt. What size you wear?
I usually rock a medium.
A medium. Now, see, I got one medium left, but only thing about the medium is when they did the design of the shirt, some of the ink transferred to other places of the shirt. It's a spanking brand new shirt, but you can actually see a little bit of the residue of the ink. That's the only reason why I can't sell the shirt. But if you don't mind, I'll see it to you.
I don't mind taking it.
He got my medium shirt. All right, it's yours.
Thank you.
So after I get off the air, I'll give it to you.
All right. I'll go great with my K-Tech shirt.
You said what?
K-Tech Radio. It's the station I worked at in
Okay,
college.
well, you got to have GOD Radio on. You going to be with GOD Radio folk. Huh? He got to have a GOD Radio shirt on, right? Yes. Tammy said, I will not. You won't be going? Why? Tammy, why? Why won't you be there? I thought I was going to see you this year. I know I'm going to see Amy. Amy's going to be there. Amy been asking about her t-shirt. She said, where's the Gospel Day t-shirts? I said, Amy, we ain't even put the order in yet. But she was excited to get her t-shirt. She sure is. See, only got about 15 minutes left to the broadcast. Coming up after me a little bit later on at 3 p.m., you've got Cool Strutting with DJ John Phillips. And then a little bit later on after that, you've got Love Notes with El Jerome Battle and Sadia Battle. And then, you know, we've got a great host lineup of shows on Saturdays and Sundays broadcasting out of the UK. You've got also broadcasting out of Kenya, Dr. Pete O'Dara. Coming out of the Bahamas/Trinidad, if you will, you've got DJ Psalms 150. He's got all of your Islander music as well. And then you've also got Real and Righteous radio show on Saturday from Grace Covenant Christian Church of the Harvest. That is the 1840 ministry. And let's see, you've also got Choirology with Eddie Baltrip. And let me see who else. Lynn Woods, that's right. She's also got a great radio show as well. So a lot of shows that are broadcasting over the weekend also that you are encouraged to listen to from time to time. Yes. Tammy said, what you saying? Not, girl, I still don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're saying you need a ticket. Tammy, do you need a ticket? If you need a ticket, I got an extra ticket for you. I'll seed it to you. You let me know. Let's see where we at. We got one more Christian hip hop song, and then I'm gonna be taking another commercial break. Tammy, let me know if you need a ticket, because if you got a ticket to the fair, or if you need one to the fair, I'll seed one into you. How about that? Yeah, that's an OD. Oh, I didn't even need to touch it. You said I will be at the Midway. I gotcha. You're gonna be at the Midway. Okay. But I'm asking why you ain't coming to the fair this year. Why you not coming? Tell me why you're not coming. We're listening to an artist that's got a real old school sound. I love it. Because what he's talking about is he's paying homage to the old school way of doing things. And he's saying, bring the old thing back. Bring that back. So that's what I love about it. His name is called New Game. I should let you listen to his lyrics, huh? That's an old school feel right there. Again, we're doing a hip hop block right now. And let me see if Sean texted me already. I'm pretty sure he did. Let me see. Yep, there he is right there. Sean Dab. He lets us know with these different little things. A lot of times, that's what he sends us. Anytime he's listening to the Christian hip hop. Yeah, I'll have to dedicate that block to him when I do my commercial break. Yep, he said Dante and Diamond. That's who I played. Do it. He loves Dante. Dab loves Dante. So he's listening on the radio side. He is at work right now. Did I spell that right? No. There we go. Lauren Hill. You know who Lauren Hill is? Oh, Troy.
I know. I'm living under a rock.
Troy. He has so much to learn. My God. Can't believe this. So now, what artists are you familiar with? You said EDM artists?
Well, there's a few old school artists I listen to. Besides,
like who?
I know Luther Vandross was one I listened to.
Luther? Who else?
Let's see, Earth, Wind and Fire. I think I said
Earth, Wind and Fire. Yes. EWF.
Pointer Sisters. I listened to a little bit of Pointer Sisters.
Pointer Sisters. Who else?
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Wait. Let me get ready to talk right here.
Stevie Wonder. I did listen to Stevie Wonder for a good while.
Okay.
Trying to think of other good ones. The Gap Band is one of my favorites.
Yes. Love that cut right there. And yes, it's definitely got an old school feel to it. That was New Game. Spells his name N-U-U, capital G-A-M-E. And that song is called Old Thing Back. I like that one. Just before that was an oldie but goodie from KJ52 with We Rock the Mic. You also heard Anike, Portia Love, Childlike CC, and Tori. Did I mess up his name? Yeah, Tori Deshawn with a song called That's God. You also heard Diamond and Dante paired up with a cut called I Do It. And I know I already recapped that. Anyway, you're still tapped into the Midday Music Mix with Evangel behind the ones and the twos. I do have to take another commercial break. This will be my last one before I conclude the broadcast. Keep it right here with me for the Midday Show on Gospel on Demand, GOD Radio.
Inspiration, empowerment, and great gospel music.
And I'll probably still have enough room. So I'm going to pull up a long song. Let me see. What's the name of the song? Actually, no. Let's do Otis Kemp. Let's do Otis. He has a song called Mekola. And we'll do Mariah. You know who Mariah Carey is.
I know
Okay. So Mariah Carey has a gospel song that she released with a gospel group called the Clark Sisters. It's called Jesus I Do. Let me make sure that's the right one. Yeah, that's it right there. So actually, I'll put her in front of Otis Kim. And then I always want to come out of my commercial break with a liner going into the next song. So while the commercial is playing, I'm going to go and grab another liner really quick. See who I want to play. Probably pull up a veteran like a Vanessa Bell Armstrong. She's been in the gospel music industry for years. So I will pull her up. I'll put her there. So she'll come in right before the song with Mariah Carey on it. By the time, it's kind of giving me an idea of when I'm going to be concluding with my playlist at 11:55. That's around the time that I can expect to end the broadcast. And I would normally delete all of this, but because I haven't written it down yet, I'm going to leave it there until I actually get off, so that I can go ahead and, keep track of what I played today. But it's been enjoyable. You all have made me laugh. Troy has made me laugh as well. He did say, she said, I will be at the, okay, I had to make sure it was on auto mix. She said, I will be at the Padres game tomorrow. So the Padres play tomorrow on Gospel Day. I got you. The funny thing is, Tammy, I saw the highlights. I saw the nail biter game that they played the other day, but I think it was it Machado that hit the home run that brought everybody in and made the Padres win the game. I saw the highlights. So I really hope they stay on a good streak here, because I want to see the Padres go to the World Series in my lifetime. I want to see that, I've never seen that before. So I would love to see them go to the World Series. I really would. And I would love for the World Series to be in San Diego, California. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. All of those tourist dollars and stuff coming into our city. That would be wonderful. Yeah. So who's your favorite sports team?
Sports team for baseball, obviously the Padres.
He said the Padres.
Football, Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly because of my dad, so I support him because of him.
Okay. Basketball?
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State. Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a Christian.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Ooh, you got to hear his testimony. He got a beautiful testimony. His current wife was his girlfriend, but before she was his girlfriend, they just kind of was googly-eyed towards one another. They was crushing on one another. She invited him to a Bible study.
That's really cool.
Yeah, invited him to a Bible study. I think he came more than once, and then they did an altar call. And he came forward, and he gave his life to Jesus Christ. And he's been serving the Lord ever since. So he went on, and I think he went on to college or whatever, and then he got picked up by the pros, and she was with him the whole time. So that was just powerful. But you never know the impact that a person's life can have on you. Just an invitation, and he just took her up on the invitation and went. Yeah, it's powerful. Powerful. Tell him what you say. You said TY France. What's going on with France? I ain't watching it, so I don't know. I have to wait until I see the news highlights, and I can tell you what's going on. So we are listening to Mariah Carey paired up with the Clark Sisters with Jesus I Do. I only got about maybe 7 minutes left to the broadcast. Again, coming up a little bit later on today at 3:30 p.m. You've got DJ John Phillips with classic soul and R&B. That is one of the few shows on our radio station that doesn't play gospel. He plays classic soul and R&B, and he plays jazz. That's his playlist. He's the only show on our radio station, the only one. But John Phillips does a fabulous job with his radio show. I love the history that he gives about the artists that he's spinning. He will share stuff about them that you probably never knew as a fan. But your dad would love his show too, because he go all back into the oldies but goodies from that era. He does. But he's got a growing listening audience as well. You said I was at Wednesday. You know that only some of your messages, are you typing too fast, Tammy? because only part of your message is coming across in the chat. Unless I'm doing something wrong, I'm not able to see all of your message. And I still don't know what those numbers mean. I'm going to have to find that out. Maybe it's just saying that's the time frame. 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago. But then that doesn't respond to the number 4, though. Maybe that's what it means. They always change the stuff. Look at Ramon. He said, what you say, Francis probably playing someone in soccer. Okay, y'all must be chatting amongst each other. Hold on here. Let me get into my next song, and I will address that in just a moment. Because y'all talking about some stuff that I don't know. Let me come over here and pull it up. Let's see what it say over here. Okay. So Tammy said, Francis, wait. Francis probably playing someone in soccer, is going down in LA. Exactly. And then you said that's the player who hit the home. Oh, got you. See? I didn't know. Yeah, but you know what? Even in watching the games that are here in the U.S. this year, I saw on the news that they were trying to sneak ranch dressing into their luggage and were getting stopped in the airport and having to remove it out because you can't take dressing like that. You can't take it on the airplane. I think they said you have to bag check it. So quickly, Hidden Valley Ranch did something fabulous. They heard about this on the international news. And of course, they don't want nothing to hurt their paper. They want to make sure they capitalize on any sales that they can possibly get from other countries that don't have ranch dressing. Now, I thought ranch dressing was everywhere. I didn't know there are some countries they never heard of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing until they came to the U.S. and they had it. They got sprung, so sprung that they start trying to smuggle it in their suitcases. So Hidden Valley Ranch heard about it. And just as quick as they heard about it, they quickly released a travel size, I said it, a travel size ranch dressing kit that you can now take on the airplane. How about that? I said, go on, Hidden Valley. They hopped on it real quick. They said, oh, no, you're not going to cancel our sales. We got people that want our dressing in their country, and you're not letting them take it there. Let us create a kit that can travel. So it is travel approved to go onto the airplane. How about that? I thought that was so cool. So only got about 3 minutes left. Notice that both clocks say two totally different things, right? That one say 56, this one say 57. We go off of this one because the computer one's going to be more accurate than that one on the wall. So the good thing is I don't have a show coming on immediately after me. Normally I would, but I don't today on Fridays. Again, we want you all to join us tomorrow at the San Diego County Fair. That's why it's going up in praise. Y'all got to be there. Y'all got to be there. Don't miss it. So this song is getting ready to come to an end. And as you all know how I do it, I'm going to go ahead and get off before the song ends and hope to see you at the San Diego County Fair on tomorrow. If not, you all have an absolutely blessed and amazing weekend. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Say bye, Troy.
Bye, everyone.
So then I'm going to come over here and end the stream. It's going to ask me twice.